Welcome to the House Planet Playbook, your go-to guide for mastering short-term rentals. In this special series, we're sitting down with 30 of the world's top property managers to uncover what really drives success in the vacation rental industry. You'll hear their stories, learn the key lessons they've picked up along the way, and discover the game-changing tech they use to deliver 5-star guest experiences. If you're serious about growing your STR business, you're in the right place. We've also developed an ebook featuring the stories of every manager in this series, and you can download it for free. Head to houseplanet.club to find out more. In today's episode, we're chatting to Mina from Cabin Living in Norway. Stand by for a deep dive into Scandinavian hosting, cool locations, and always going the extra mile for your guests. This special series is brought to you by HostPlanet and Hospitable, the smart AI-powered property management software trusted by hosts worldwide. With Hospitable, you can automate guest messaging, sync calendars across platforms, and manage your rentals with ease, all from one powerful, easy-to-use platform. If you're keen to run your short-term rental on autopilot, try Hospitable today. Visit hospitable.com/houseplanet to see how the platform can save you time, reduce stress, and maximize your earnings. Mina, thank you for being part of the House Planet Playbook. Let's start with you. What's the name of your company? Where are you located? And how many rentals do you manage?
So our company is named Cabin Living, and we are located in Norway, but we also have some units in Sweden. And right now we have around 80, 90 properties.
So tell us the story of your company. How did you get started?
So I'm not the founder, that's my bosses, but they started with just, one or two cabins up in the mountains. And then they saw the interest and they grew from there just by a little bit of reputation. And at some point, it came to so many cabins that they needed to hire more people. And then I came in the team.
So tell us about the market. What are the unique challenges and opportunities of where you operate?
Well, in the market, I would say that is a little bit like everywhere around now, that you have always have to negotiate pricing with subcontractors, and it's like very complex to get like the right prices also for like the operational cost for us, for the partners, for guests. It's like everything is rising with taxes, but then it's like just to find the good solution for everything. And also some of the, not maybe in the market, but also like sometimes with the OTA platforms, with the communication with them and to manage everything, and the connections there can be a little bit challenging. But the opportunities is that Norway is a small country, but we have really beautiful nature. And I think a lot of people recently from other countries want to come and visit Norway also because it's the temperatures are rising so much in Europe. I'm not sure, this is not fact based, but I think a lot come here for more like the coolcation stuff. And also, I think because we see a change in the world with so much rising cost, that a lot of cabin owners, they want to try to pay down some loans or something by having an extra income, and that comes from renting out their holiday home.
Coolcation, I like that term. Yeah, we could do with one of those in the UK. It's about 30 degrees at the moment, so we're all sweating buckets, especially as we don't have much air conditioning around here. So in terms of your normal guests, what's your usual guest avatar? Is it generally people on holiday, skiing, that kind of thing?
Yeah, in the winter season, it's generally families or couples coming for skiing. But we see also now in the summer that people come to the mountains also for like hiking, because we have a lot of mountains here that is good for hiking, and also a lot of mountain biking and stuff like this. So usually are like families or couples that travels here.
And generally, is it people from Norway who are visiting your cabins, or I imagine you've got people from all over the world?
Yeah, it's all over the world. Of course, there are a lot of people from Norway, but we see from all over the world, and also a lot from Europe now, and the US and UK. everywhere.
So, talk to us about guest experience. How do you deliver a great guest experience?
We have like in our software, we have automated messages. So all the information is provided for the guest before they arrive. And we also try to be in like proactive. So seeing the need of the guest before they maybe see it themselves by offering firewood delivery or extra service like cots, travel stuff for children, and linen and towels and things like this. Or also, we are very personal. So if things happen during their stay, we have super good cleaners that can go and help us check out stuff. And if they have problems with heating, water, we always try to find a way so their stay will be as comfortable as possible.
So, always finding a way to keep the guests happy. How do you keep
Yeah.
your owners happy at the same time?
I think it's the same there that you need to have like close contact with them. And we have our own like portal, our own website where the owners can log in and then they send us messages. We send them messages. There they have like full overview of their payouts and they can fill out facilities and we sometimes call and talk with them. So we always try to like keep a close relation with them. So if there is something, we call or we text, and then we can figure it out before it becomes like even bigger problem or yeah.
So, what makes your brand stand out among the competition in Norway?
I think it is that we are so personal. Like today, one of my uh, bosses, he is now up in one of the mountain areas, and then there was one owner that needed help with something. And then he's like, I can go there, I can check, I can fix. He calls or he goes there himself in personal. I think it is that we are so personal and value the guest and the owner so much that we kind of go a little bit extra mile.
Sounds great. What's been your biggest lesson learned since you got involved with the company in terms of property management?
I think it is that details matter. You need to pay so much attention and be so focused. Like take the extra few seconds to like double check the information, read the messages correctly because sometimes if you make one mistake or you oversee something, it can be a lot of after work. That's what I learned. So just be take that extra second and double check everything.
And what do you love most about hosting?
I think it is the variety because every like you come up in so many different situations, so you learn something new every day. And also here at my company is like we have to learn from each other. It's not that they are just teaching me, we are teaching each other. If we have a problem, it's like, okay, we need to figure it out together, or if it is a challenge. So I think the variety and that you're constantly learning.
And in terms of the situation in Norway, we hear lots about regulation, or certainly here in the UK and other parts of Europe and
Mhm.
around the world. What's the situation like in Norway?
In Norway right now, we do not have all these regulations and not so much. I can see in some of the bigger cities, I have seen it's become a problem because of the Airbnbs, but that's in the cities. We have some apartments in the cities, but mostly we are up in the mountain areas or the coast area, and there it's not so much regulations yet. So we are lucky in that way.
You're very lucky in that way, yeah. So, and what does your company do in terms of social media and marketing? And I'm really interested to know as well. Do you try and drive direct bookings to your site as well?
Yeah, I think that's the goal for every property manager. It's like we have Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn, and we use them for a little bit different. Yeah, there are different platforms. You need to use them differently. So in terms of like Instagram is more for the guests to be inspiring and to show our properties or tell about things that are happening in the mountain to be more inspiring. But Facebook is more for the informational part to like inform about maybe bigger. We also use WordPress. We post blog posts, but that's more longer informational stuff that also can be helpful for attracting owners. And LinkedIn can be more for companies, like you're going to show like your voice, your experience, and things like that. And sometimes we use meta ads and to get more owners also. But yeah, direct booking is something I think we all strive for.
And what kind of direct booking tactics have you been using, and which ones have been the most effective?
In like sometimes on Instagram when we post, we always put the link to our direct website. But also sometimes when we communicate with the guest, we sometimes leave like, hey, if you want, you can book with us direct if there is like some problems or something. But of course, we also respect the platform rules, so you need to be you need to be respectful of them also. But then I think a lot of the guests are becoming more mindful about that. If they book through an OTA and they like you, then they sometimes contact you direct after, and then they book with you direct instead, or they send us a message on the OTA, or they find us through the OTA and then they go to our webpage and book.
You mentioned that you're operating in Sweden as well. Do you have any other growth plans for the business?
The growth plan, I think, is to build like a strong foundation and reputation so that we can be growing just by referral. I think that would be kind of the dream scenario, that also people are rebooking, that we get repeated guests through our direct booking, and that we get new owners and also keep the owners and the good relationship with them, but through referral. I think that's kind of the goal.
And do you pay much attention to what's happening in other countries to see what you can learn and pick up? And do you speak to other operators in Norway? I mean, are there conferences there perhaps where you can network and learn from other businesses in the space?
Yeah, it's like, or there is a lot of webinars and podcasts, so I try to keep update when I see there are stuff that can be useful for us also to learn. And we are also in a collaboration with one of the big ski destinations here, so we can go there on workshops, and they also like market for us. So I think it's important to also go to some of the live events and just to be connecting and talking with people. So we do a little bit of that. And also I think it's good to just see about the regulation that happens in other countries in case it will happen with us as well.
Be prepared. Yeah, that is for
Hmm.
sure. Okay, then, Mina. So we've got a few quick fire questions. Which PMS do you use?
It's called IGMS.
Which dynamic pricing tool do you use?
We have developed our own pricing system, which we run through an API from our platform to IGMS, and then it pushes through the OTAs.
Very good. Which piece of tech couldn't you live without?
I think it's all the all the tech that has with automated messages to do, and that can like automate repeated tasks.
Ideally, allowing pets, yes or no?
Yes, because I feel a lot of people in Norway, they go to the mountains and they want to bring their pets.
Makes sense. Same question, but for hot tubs, yes or no?
Yes, but only if there are proper routines in place, or else it can be a lot of high cost and damage if it's not taken good care of.
They've got to be cleaned properly.
Mm.
Ideally, a self check in or a personal welcome?
For us, self check-in, because then I feel the guests can just come whenever they want, they can go whenever they want, and they can just relax immediately. And as I said, we send out all the information beforehand. So I think people who maybe book private homes also want to maybe be a little bit more private as for an hotel.
Telephone call or AI response?
If it's just a quick message like what is the Wi-Fi password, then I think AI responds. But if it's a bigger issue or something that needs more empathy, then I think a phone call is better.
And what's your most memorable hosting moment?
I think it's every time our team manage to just, if it's an issue that comes just right away, we manage to just kind of like fix it immediately with everyone around us. So I think it's just how quick we are to respond and to fix, and that we always solve it.
Shout out time then. Is there an individual in the short-term rentals industry that's helped you that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I would give a shout out to my manager Tatiana, because she has taught me so much, and especially in the importance of details and the value of strong communication.
Nice shout out for Tatiana there. And final question then, ultimate goal for the business?
I think it goes back to what I said, that we will be referred because of our reputation and grow in that way.
Fantastic. Mina, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being part of the Host Planet Playbook and for telling us what's happening in Norway.
Thank you for letting me come.
All right, that's it for today's episode. My thanks to Mina for sharing her journey and for being part of the Host Planet Playbook. Remember, this series is brought to you in partnership with Hospitable, the all-in-one property management software designed to save you time and help your business thrive. Hospitable automates your guest messaging, syncs your calendars across platforms, handles team tasks, and so much more, so you can focus on delivering a top-notch guest experience or just get some of your time back. And here's the good news. Host Planet Playbook listeners get an exclusive 14-day free trial plus 25% off for the first 3 months. Head to hospitable.com/hostplanet to claim your offer and start running your rentals on autopilot. For more free education for vacation rental hosts, head to houseplanet.club, where you can sign up for our newsletter, listen to our podcasts, and download our suite of ebooks. Until next time, happy hosting.